thank you very much for the sponsors and partners that are presented today. Ghanaian partners, which is very important for the development of the ecosystem and for the economy of Ghana. So thank you very much for the customers, the partners, and all attendees today.
So I want to talk about what's happening. And the big thing that's happening for all of us in the room here is the population of this planet is going to be just over 11 billion people by the end of this century. Now, the planet isn't getting bigger. We're not getting any more rivers. We're not getting any more oxygen. We're not getting any more land. So we've got to fit a lot more people on this tiny little vehicle hurtling through space. And we've got to figure out how to do that if we want to have a decent type of life on this planet.
Everything that can be connected, sooner or later, will be connected.
But you'd be surprised at how much of what the other industries are doing is affected by banking and how much banking affects those other industries. So, the point is that the cloud has dramatically changed the way that anybody thinks about business problems. And that actually puts smaller organizations in a far more powerful position than they ever might have been before. Tell me, what made you go for cloud as opposed to on-premise?
One of the important things that we did to go for a cloud solution was because of the ease of deployment. We've had a series of internal solutions on-prem before, a lot of ERP solutions across different technologies. It was pretty laborious to implement, to maintain. When you have new things that you want to deploy, it takes a lot of time to do that, the turnaround time and all of that. So, in looking at our agenda in green digital, what we want to put out there for our customers, it was important that we look inward and automate, our internal processes. That was why we went for a cloud solution, because we have so many internal solutions already.
Key drivers for the digital revolution. And if we look at the energy industry, particularly oil and gas and mining, what you will find is that there are certain fundamentals and underlying drivers for this digital revolution. And we can characterize the digital revolution by some of these drivers that we see here.
You can see by the size of this event that SAP has a huge investment in Ghana and belief in Ghana. If I tell you that we don't even do this sort of event in Nigeria, you will understand the impact that this has for SAP and for the SAP partners. So our perspective with Ghana is being a growing economy, having a great and trusted visibility in the foreign markets. We expect investments and we expect growth in Ghana that will sustain all the investment SAP is going to make in Ghana. So it's very strong. We believe that every country that needs to do the development or growth in the development will always need to have the IT infrastructure, the best practice of business process, the efficiencies that it brings with it.
And what would you say have been the particularly major challenges that you faced doing business in Ghana?
The challenges is, I would say, I see more the opportunities than the challenges, right? The challenge is like everywhere. We need to make sure that the money that is spent is well spent. And so every opportunity, every business opportunity for SAP will come with a return on investment for the investment, right? So it's to work all of this process that takes its time, but brings the value that is required. Because it's when you bring projects and initiatives, IT-driven, that has this return, that the economy will get the return back, and the companies will grow, and employment will grow. So I see opportunities, I don't see challenges, to be honest.
Great. And what do such events like the Innovation Day represent for you as a company?
Well, Innovation Day, it's a great opportunity because, remember, we do it in Ghana, and it's last year was probably 1/3 of the audience. This year is triple, at least, if not more, the audience, right? So we have a full room, probably 200 plus people, and it's people with very great responsibility in the economy of Ghana in terms of the defining what's a strategy, growing their companies, and making sure that they run the best processes, best practices in terms of business, in terms of core business, in terms of transparency of the business. So it's a really important event for SAP, and we expect great engagement and participation in the growth of Ghana from the past and moving forward.
Thank you very much.